Now this is me just trying to stretch, yeah, with the organ. And real quick, I'm going to be showing you guys. Oh, I did not say welcome. I did not say hi, guys. Hi, guys. So welcome back to my YouTube channel as a normal routine. So real quick, we're not going to be doing so much today. We're just going to be talking about how to approach the organ on your normal digital piano. Now this is a digital piano. Yeah, this is not the actual organ. And first, before I start, okay, pardon all the errors also. First, before I start, I'm actually not using the montage for this lesson because I don't know, due to some little issues, so the montage is not responding. So I'm just using the montage as a MIDI now, and I'm using Syntage. Yes, so I'm using Syntage and I'm using the organs, all 9 bars in Syntage. So um, basically, that's everything about the sound that I'm using for this lesson. Now you can use any kind of organ. There are different kind of organs on the montage. You have the Jazzy 2. That's the one I mostly use. And then you still have the online, but Syntage and montage is, yeah, literally the same thing, almost the same thing. So before we get started, please, I'm going to be talking about some very important things to note while trying to play the organ on a digital board. And now, what I'm going to be talking about is actually my perspective of how I do these things. You understand? So, and also, please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe in the mighty name of Jesus. Receive. Go and subscribe. Also, my beginner's course is out. Now there are a few things I'm actually going to be talking about. That honestly speaking, if you don't have a concrete idea or foundation in music theory and piano playing, you might not be able to relate to some of these things. Yeah, so please, I advise you go get the course. The course is supposed to be for 30, but it's 25 now. 25k, so you can hurry get it now before it gets back to 30. Yeah, so, and also for some of you that are very lazy in making loops, or you don't have the time, or um, you know church musicians, now you cannot just be making loop every Sunday. I have my loop pack available for you guys, 31 loops. Yeah, so please, you can hurriedly check that out. Uh, I don't know, some of us are not tired of using this our yeah yeah. Are you not tired of it? I have I have some amazing praise loops and worship 6/8 4/4 um 4/4 western. I have an extra bonus drill loop also. So please, I'm dropping my mail. Yeah, you can message me through my mail to or message me through any of my social media handles. Instagram, the same name, Ubong J Music. Facebook, the same name, Ubong J, and same name, Ubong J Music. On TikTok too, same name, Ubong J Music. Yeah. So now I'm using C sharp. Now the idea about playing organ in church, the actual organ has what we call drawbars, right? You can see those things you push, it changes the sound, like something like this. And then, and in fact the actual B3 organ can actually even change the tone. Do you understand? So this is just this particular organ I'm using is just a side of organ. There are different kind of organs, like different kind and different ways to approach them. Now there are even organs that sound a little bit like pianos. You can so but let me just talk about how I approach my organ play in church. Now, first thing first is that you don't play organ the way you play your piano. Now, how do you play your piano? So I play my piano. You don't play organ like that. Now, if you notice while I was playing my organ, I use I don't use full chords to play my organ. So if I have my one, instead of playing one as this, I play one like this. I want to play my four. Instead of playing four like this, I play four. Or in a way, it has this drop two kind of nature, and the reason is because the organ has the deep side already on this digital board. Do you understand? You cannot be sounding so so you need to make sure that you are not so loud, but you are significant in the music. So you 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 play most times. You instead of having so much extensions, now you reduce them and you harmonize in between. So you want to play, you can see it. You can see it. So I don't need to be playing. Then I'll be playing. No, no, no. Now, if you're using a cathedral organ, um, where yeah, I think on the montage you can find some. So I think the one I love using on the montage is Sunday. Now you can play church, like, you can play it like you can actually play it like this. You understand? You can actually approach it like this. But when you are playing an organ as probably an aux player now, because me, I'm dealing with someone actually. I was even supposed to talk about that. I think I posted a video, and then I saw like two or three comments talking about how to approach the organ like without using drawbars. Now, mind you, that I've not played an actual organ, but I believe an actual organ doesn't have sustain pedal. Do you understand? Like it doesn't. But now you're using a digital board that you can use a pedal. I'm just applying the same technique I apply while playing piano, probably to ease myself the stress. If I'm tracking organs, I also track organ also. Yeah, to sound real. I use B3. So um, if I'm actually using the organ I use to track, it doesn't work with it. If you use the pedal, it doesn't even work. The pedal works separate. Pedal works as a different thing entirely. You understand? So I can actually still play without the pedal, but I'm using this because of this is a digital board, and then most times in church you will definitely have to play in those lessons on my. I say lessons in those band camps that you see me play organ. I don't actually have a pedal playing those organs. Yeah. So let's move back to what I was doing. So you can see how I start then. Now, one thing I know about playing organ also is organ has so much movement. Like you do movement. You don't play like a piano player. So I'm playing. I love you, Jesus. So what I do? Just I worship you. Now you see how I'm approaching them. Just look at how. So I do a lot of inner voicings while playing. You understand? So I do a lot of inner voicings while playing this thing, the organ in church. And there is one thing I do a lot too, and I do that with the volume. Try to automate the sound. So I just you just hear this. You just hear this. You get. Now this is I okay, I think I'll talk about this last. Now what I just do is just maybe just have my one, then just then I bring it down. So it works with the whole volume thing. Like so I'm just so I just it's around the whole pentatonic scale. Basically. Yeah. So I'm not actually spending so much time in this because I want this to be very, very short. Yeah, so if you're not so clear, maybe you can go over the lesson again. And the last thing I think I will talk about now, I'm using the montage. Do you understand? If you are using your normal PSR and you are using Syntage, everything I'm doing now you can do it, except for this volume thing now that I'm not very sure because yeah, this volume thing can actually work because if you take off the volume, it's supposed to go off, and then when you bring it back, it's supposed to you just have. So now the next thing I'm talking about is the drive, the rotary drive. Now, if you notice that if I play this, you notice that it's quiet, right? It's just straight. And then when I take my modulation, notice what happens. I bring it back. So now if you are playing organ in church, you have to be very, very active because you switch back. And I use this a lot. I use this one that is very fast when the music is building. Now you have Now, you get now everything changes. Now, one of the ways I just gave a little basic or tip of how to do this thing in church. Now, I'm not an actual organ player, like never played an actual organ before, but with scoring of songs, I'm able to understand how some of these things work, and this is actually the first step of how to approach an organ. Now, there are a lot of things. You notice that I'm doing a lot of things because this is just how to do it. Or this is just it's like it's something you cannot remove. Yeah, do you understand? Sometimes I feel like organ is actually a very you know busy instrument because you are doing a lot. The actual organ even have the bees. Like you tap the bees on your leg. You don't tap. So as you are playing. Let's assume this bass you are hearing, you're actually doing with your leg. You understand? So it's tasking because you are doing a lot. You are multitasking at the same time. Like everything happening in real time. You understand? So if you're able to pay attention to what was the first thing I talked about? Your chords, the kind of chords you use. So you cannot be doing now. Why I play there is that's the actual thing. So you have a piano player doing as an organ player. So you necessarily don't need to have your two. You can this is your five. This is your one, four. You understand? So it makes the music even more interesting. So basically, this is everything in this particular. I don't know I can actually do another lesson. Maybe going trying to might go a little bit deeper or talk about the organ play in details maybe in another video. But for now, if you're able to understand that, yeah, this is how the volume thing works. For your in fact you might actually have another organ that might not be this. Just figure out one, the rotary drive, which is this. Figure out where it is. Figure out how to do the volume thing, which is not difficult. Which is not difficult. Then understand how to know where to push this and know where to bring it down. Basically, that's everything. So, thank you guys for staying to the end of this video, and I'm sure your approach to organ play will get better after watching this and practicing. Also, like I said, my beginner's course is out. Now, my beginner's course will help you understand the place of inversion, and that is where you can do this because it helps you understand how harmony works also. And also, my loop pack is available, still available. So hurry and make purchase. Goodbye.